that's you right now, don't worry because I'm going to show you exactly what to do and how to get up and running as quickly as possible with High Level. So stay tuned for that. And if you haven't heard of High Level, it's the all-in-one tool I use to replace every single tool I used to use in my agency. And the cool thing is it has different plans, so you can basically choose your own adventure. So a lot of people ask me, what is the difference between these plans? So I'm going to show you the difference between the plans and show you how to sign up and then show you how to set everything up. Okay, so for these plans, it's either $97, $297, or $497 per month to replace all the tools you used to use before, which is incredible because I was literally paying thousands of dollars before High Level came along, okay? And if you guys want a completely free High Level mastery course that I usually charge money for, click the link in the description and use my link to sign up before you even start, and I'll send that course to you automatically for free. Okay, so go do that and pause it, and then we'll get started. So first, what you're going to want to do, obviously sign up for High Level, and then it's going to say gohighlevel.com/seal-digital15. Don't worry about that. That's just how I know that you used my link to sign up, and that's how you're going to get your bonuses. Okay, so what you're going to do, real quick, I'm going to just go through this with you guys and High Level, talk about a little bit about what High Level is and how it has all the tools that you need to succeed. Okay, and it really, really is, guys. It completely changed my life. It changed my agency. It made everything so much easier. I could onboard clients in literally minutes, and I was paying a ton of money before for all my different softwares, having to keep track of it. But guys, it replaced MailChimp, ActiveCampaign, Typeform, ClickSend, CallRail, ClickFunnels, and pretty much any of these icons that you can see on the screen. It replaced everything. Okay, it's insane. And you guys, if you have ClickFunnels, you can actually do a one-click import and import your ClickFunnels into High Level as well. And the other cool thing, you don't need Calendly anymore. You can do two-way communication. They have a mobile app and so much more. So if you guys want to look through this, but I'm telling you, it's amazing and it's a crazy deal, and that's why I signed up for it. Oh, look, there's me. Okay, so now to talk a little bit about the plans. The $97 plan, Agency Starter, is really just one location, and it's really just to get your feet wet. So if you're looking for a solution to track your own clients, this is what I highly recommend. And if you have more than one or two clients, you're definitely going to want to upgrade to the freelancer plan, which is $297 a month. And it's really unlimited. So unlimited users, unlimited business accounts. Then you get everything in the starter package. Like I said, two-way text, two-way email, pipeline management, funnel builder, website builder, but for unlimited clients as well. And then if you want to take it a step further and provide white label WordPress hosting, Yext reselling, Twilio rebilling, email rebilling, you want to set up SaaS accounts for your clients. Let's say you're selling a SaaS on autopilot. You're going to want to check out the Agency Pro plan, which you can get a free 30-day trial using the link below. I'll drop it below so you can get that. But if you're serious about starting a SaaS company, I have a ton of videos on that. That is the only way to go because it is going to automate literally your entire onboarding process. Again, no matter which plan you choose, there is a link to either a free 14-day trial for the $97 and $297 or a 30-day trial for the $497 plans. You get my free course to set everything up, and it's going to be the way to go there. You're also going to get a snapshot from me and all of my affiliate bonuses. Okay, so now when we set up High Level, you're going to get an email from them that you're going to use to sign in with your password. So this is super important. And you're going to click on log into app like this, and you're going to log into app.gohighlevel.com. Okay. Now you can white label it, but I have another video for that, which just means that, you know, you're using it as your own. So in the fully white labeled high level version, it doesn't say high level anywhere. Your clients don't know it's high level, and it's awesome. Okay. So when you first log in, you're going to pretty much have a blank screen, but it's okay because I'm going to show you what to do now. So you're going to want to go into your settings and make sure that the information in here is how High Level can contact you with two-factor authentication, or in case you forget your password. Okay, so those are super important first steps to make sure of. Okay, so now what you're going to want to do first is set up your integrations. So we are going to go ahead and click on Twilio, and you can either use Twilio or you can use the Lead Connector ISV version, which means that High Level is going to manage your Twilio for you, which is what I am using. So if you want to use Twilio, you can go ahead and sign up using the link in the description, and it's going to give you an SID, and also it's going to give you an auth token. So you're going to grab those out of your Twilio settings, and you're basically going to go in, you're going to log in, you want to add your credit card information in here. I have another video on how to do this. Payment methods, update your payment method, and then go into the account and then click on API keys and tokens. And they're actually going to give you an API key and an auth token that you can put inside of High Level to set that up. Then for Mailgun, same thing. You're going to sign up for Mailgun, go into settings, click on API keys, and grab your private API key and put it into High Level here. The other cool thing about the Agency Pro plan, which is the $497 plan, is that you can actually resell your email and your texts. So you can create bundles here where you can rebill up to 10 times the cost of texting, and you can also rebill up to 10 times the cost of email. So you can charge per email, you can charge per text, and you can create packages based on what you want to do here. It's really amazing. You can also create your own SaaS plans on autopilot. So you can have 3 different plans. You can drag and drop features that you want to include in your SaaS. You can give your users complimentary credits. You can automatically load a snapshot when this account is created, have a free trial, and more on the Agency Pro plan. Again, there's a 30-day free trial link in the description below. And I also want to encourage you guys to go into affiliate, grab your affiliate link, and share it with your friends or other people who you think might benefit from using High Level. Okay, so now we're going to add our first account. So we're going to click on Accounts and click on Add Account. Now this is relatively new, but you can choose from SaaS account or regular account. I'm just going to do a regular account, and then you can choose a snapshot here if you want. Again, you're going to get a snapshot when you sign up with the link below. Okay, so we're just going to go ahead and we'll just do a coaching snapshot here, and then look for your business here with this search. I'm just going to go ahead, and if you don't find it, you're going to add it manually. So go ahead and put in your email and your name, your business name. And then you're going to put in your street address, your city, your country. Go ahead and put your address in here. Then your state, your zip. Go ahead and get all that done. Okay, and then click on save, and we'll create our very first account. So to find your account now, we're gonna go ahead and click here and click on our account name. And it's going to go ahead and go to the launch pad for us. So I'm gonna ignore that I don't have a Twilio number because I obviously haven't set that up yet, okay? So it's gonna give you all this stuff. Don't get distracted because I'm gonna show you how to do all that in a minute. So this is the dashboard. This is where you're gonna see everything in your pipeline if you wanna set that up. You're gonna see your conversion rate, your wins and losses, how much value is in your pipeline. You can even see positive and negative reviews. You can see all of your tasks that are assigned to you and other cool stuff, okay? And then here, you can see all of the conversations that happen. So we're not gonna have any conversations here, but you can see all the two-way conversations that are gonna happen. What we're gonna do right now is go ahead and set up our phone number so we can get that rolling. So I just clicked on settings and now I'm going to click on phone numbers, and after you insert your Twilio SID, you're gonna be able to choose a new number. So click on add number and type in an area code, hit search, and it's going to give you a list of phone numbers to choose from. Go ahead and choose one and click on save. Okay, now this phone number is going to automatically get included in all the call tracking, the call recording, and if you use it for Google My Business, it's also going to track attribution, which is pretty cool. Then you can do other cool stuff like add a number pool, so you can track visitor activity from paid ads and so forth. So we've done that now. We're gonna go ahead and click on SMTP and Mailgun, and we are going to also add in our default provider here. You should have this already if you did it in the agency settings, but go into settings and then Mailgun, and then you're gonna wanna add your API key from Mailgun in here after you set up for an account with Mailgun, okay, which you're gonna get in settings and API keys. So your API key is gonna be in here. Then when you go back into your account, you're gonna be able to choose your default email provider for that account. So I check the radio button and I'm good to go there. Then I can choose a forwarding address. So if I wanna forward emails to someone else, for example, your client, and then BCC emails are literally going to copy you on every single email that High Level sends out. So not recommended to use this, okay? Unless you're a glutton for punishment. Totally possible. All right. Then you can do your integrations next. So you can integrate with Google so that you can sync your calendars, you can sync your G Suite, you can use your G Suite to email your clients if you want. I don't recommend doing cold email through High Level because you're gonna get your email burned, but definitely you can do that to communicate with your clients. Okay, then you're also gonna wanna connect your Facebook account. So it's gonna go through this whole thing on how to connect your Facebook account. Then you can click on edit settings, just check all the boxes, connect to all the accounts, and then it'll be connected here. Then if you connect your Instagram account to your Facebook page and it's a business Instagram account, you'll start getting your DMs inside High Level and your team can reply to them as well. Really cool. You can connect QuickBooks and do cool stuff like when an invoice is sent, request a review. You can connect to Clio. You can now connect to Shopify, which I have another video. I have several videos on how to do that. And then also your Stripe. Okay, so if you want to do SaaS mode or you want to sell digital products through High Level, make sure to connect Stripe. So I'm going to show you how to connect Stripe now. So we're going to click on the top and we're going to click on switch to agency view again. Go back into settings and then we're going to click on Stripe. You're going to click on connect Stripe and connect to the Stripe account you want to use. And now it's actually going to show you how much you're waiting for on a payout. And on the dashboard, on the agency level, it shows you how much you made from Stripe. Okay, how much you made from Stripe and on what, and how many customers that you have inside of Stripe. Now, if you use other platforms like I do, it's not going to show you absolutely everything. It doesn't show like affiliate commissions in here either, but you're definitely going to get a good bird's eye view on what's coming in through Stripe. All right, so we've done integrations, so we should be good to go. What we're going to do is go back into the account, click on conversations, and then we're going to compose a new message. So send a message to yourself, see what happens, okay? Make sure that the test goes through and that it doesn't say anything about being unsuccessful. So I'll show you what that looks like here. So here, you can see unsuccessful. There's a little red thing. It's going to tell you like exactly what went wrong here and how to fix it. Then you can see here now it's working, okay? So make sure that you're not getting these little red exclamations when you're setting everything up, okay? So we've got communications working, which is pretty much the most important part. And now what we're going to do is go through the calendar setup. So if you integrated Google, you're going to be able to see all your appointments here, okay? You can also add appointments just by clicking or dragging. So if your calendar set up, you can add appointments like this, okay? Okay, now something that's really important next is setting up your pipeline. I get a lot of questions about how do I set it up, or I don't know how to use it, or I've never used it, even from people who are doing 7 figures a year, okay? So the pipeline is actually going to show you where everything is and where everyone is in the process, like this, okay? Now, this is an example of a customer pipeline, okay? You can have different pipelines, and I have a different one for each product, okay? And you can do a different pipeline for leads, a different pipeline for clients, but this is pretty much the pipe drive functionality that I was talking about earlier. So I have another video on how to set up your pipeline correctly as far as categories go, but I'm just going to show you how to do it in here real quick. You're going to want to go into settings, and then you're going to click on pipelines. And here you can create a new pipeline, give it a name, start creating stages. And you're going to want to do this in the buy order, okay? So, you know, do whatever you need to do here. So you could do awareness, or for example, lead. You could do hot lead, which means they like reply positively. You can do demo booked, and then you can do one like that. Super easy, simple lead pipeline, okay? Then now when we go back over into opportunities, we can click on this new pipeline and you can see it here. So that's how you set up your pipeline, and then you can set up all kinds of cool automations based on each pipeline category, which is awesome. Okay, next I'm going to show you how to create opportunity cards. So you can do this automatically through automations as well, but I'm just going to kind of show you how it works. So I clicked on new. It's going to go like this. Testy, test, test. We're going to put them into the lead pipeline like this. And now you can see how it looks. So it gives you a little card, an opportunity card, okay? And if you want, you can move it around. And if you want to set up the automations on this, you can. So let's say if I want to set up an automation that when I move them into one, it marks them as one automatically so I can see my conversion. and it sends them a contract, I can do that. I have other videos on how to do that, okay? But for just initial setup purposes, this is how you navigate the opportunities page. You can mark them lost, abandoned, or won, okay, if you want to do that. Also, you can just click on it and you can sign it to won, lost, or abandoned. I get a little nervous doing this when the entire screen is full of cards, so just be careful with that, okay? Now, High Level is actually getting rid of campaigns and triggers. So you may be asking, well, Christine, how do I set up my communication with these leads, right? You told me I could automatically nurture my leads. Now, how do I set that up? Well, here's what you're going to do, okay? You're going to go in to automation and you're going to create a workflow. And a workflow is a recipe that you're going to use to do whatever you want, okay? So there's a lot of cool stuff in here that you can choose from, or you can just do a new one. So let's say that you've got a lead that comes in, let's see, a lead that comes in and you want to automatically reply to them. So, oh gosh, there's so many to choose from. I'm just going to do one from scratch, show you kind of how to do that. So first of all, you're going to want to create a trigger. You have to have this set up if you want this stuff to fire, unless you add them to the workflow directly or from Zap. Okay, so here, let's say I have a Facebook lead and a client or a lead submits a lead form on Facebook, okay? So I showed you how to integrate Facebook already. Now, if you have different Facebook forms, you can actually choose them here, okay? And then you can have a different workflow for each one if you want to do like different follow-up. But the possibilities are literally endless, and this is where the magic happens, because you can email them, text them, call them, send them a voicemail drop, send them a Facebook message, send them an Instagram DM, put them into a call campaign, send them a GMB message. Then you can do all the cool stuff I talked about before. So add update, opportunity card, add tags, assign to a salesperson or anyone that you want, add to another workflow. So I'm going to show you how to do a simple one. So let's say that a lead opts in to Facebook, okay? So I'm going to be like, hey, I'm going to send them a text, and I'm going to be like, hey, first name, okay? So this is where you have all of the custom fields, and these are tied to the contact. So if they submit their information, you know, John Doe, it's going to say, hey, John, okay? And then you want to put your name. So I'm just going to put Christine from ABC Carpet Cleaning. I saw you submitted your info to get an estimate on cleaning your carpet. And then let's say, you know, what is a good time for you? Or would you like to set up an appointment? Okay. Or when, or is Monday or Tuesday better for you? So you're just testing things out, you know, this is where you're gonna like put them into this automated nurture. And then you can also send them an email. So I put them into like a 5-day soap opera email sequence, which is basically just gonna be like, you know, why you should clean your carpet, right? Like, be creative with it. I'm sure that you probably have something already that you're emailing people. Maybe you don't, but you don't have to make this fancy in the beginning. This is something that you can build on over time, okay? You can also give them like, you know, limited time offer expires Saturday, right? And then you're gonna go ahead and type your email in here. Hey, again, first name. Thanks for submitting your info to get your carpet cleaned. You can book an appointment here, and if you've integrated your Google Calendar, then you can actually do either a trigger link or just put your calendar booking link in here. So I haven't showed you how to do the calendars yet inside of High Level, but I'm just gonna go ahead and do a sample email here. Then you can do another cool thing like let's say you want to do a voicemail drop. Okay, so you're gonna record. I have another video on how to do this, but you record your voice. Be like, hey, this is ABC Carpet Cleaning. I saw you submitted your information to get a free estimate on carpet cleaning, and give us a call back at this number and let us know when a good time for you is. Okay? You don't even have to say their name. It doesn't convert better. Okay? So then once you're done with building this, click on save. I have a ton of more videos on how to set up workflows. So click publish, click save again, and you're probably going to want to name it like Facebook lead form submitted, and then for which form, right? Whatever you're selling. Click save again. So make sure that the save is grayed out and publish is on. Then you're going to test your workflow, so you can go ahead and put your contact in here and click run test. It's going to go through everything and make sure everything's working. Now, something you might want to do also in settings is go ahead and put a sender email from name and from email in here. So I use my support. Okay. And then also decide if you want to allow them to be in this multiple times. If you want to stop on response, because you can do that as well. You can stop on response. So you can do that. And then here you can see history and status on how many times this thing has run. Okay. So we have our Facebook set up. We have our flow set up and our autoresponders set up. And we've tested it, which means that we should have working communication back and forth inside of High Level. Okay. All right. Now that's just Facebook lead form follow-ups. Okay. You can do calendar reminder follow-ups. You can do, like when someone books an appointment, you can do webinar stuff. You can do digital product purchase confirmations. And then you can look at these recipes too. There's not very many, but you can just get some more ideas of other things. You can also check out my other videos on this, but basically the possibilities are endless here as far as your follow-up that you can do, okay? Now, if you want to set up your calendar, I have tons of videos on that as well, but if you go to settings, click on calendars, and you're actually going to be presented with this here, unassigned. Basically what that means is that you haven't set up any teams yet. So in order to set up the Calendly-like functionality and make it look cool and everything like that, so let's say you want it to look like this, okay, you have to actually set up your teams first inside of High Level. So you're going to go to My Staff and create all of your user accounts. Then click on Teams and create a team. So let's say that this is our onboarding team, and I have 2 people, and then this is my onboarding team again. Save it. Okay. Now, when I go into my calendars, I have another column called onboarding team. This is where I'm going to add my calendars. Okay. So you can do cool stuff in here like optimize for availability or equal distribution. If you have a salesperson who's better than the others, they have a higher close rate, you're going to click on high priority. I don't know why it's doing that. There we go. And then you can connect Zoom, Google Meet, custom meeting location, put your Zoom link in here, whatever you want to do. Okay. You're going to name it, give it a description. And then here, make sure you say, and your company, because this is just going to be their name. And that's not going to convert well. Okay. Then you've got your appointments. So like how long it is, how far between the appointments are. You want to give your people a buffer or not. How many appointments per slot. So if you do group stuff, you can make this higher. How many appointments per day. Then you also have a minimum scheduling notice. So I like to set this like 6 hours so I don't get any surprise appointments. Date range, 5 days. And then your hours are here. Click save and continue. And then you can also do like qualification forms in your calendar, Stripe payments. I've got all kinds of videos on how to do this, but I usually just keep this and then I click this on. Put your Facebook pixel in there, send them to a custom URL or a custom thank you page, okay? So that's how you do the calendar. Now, let's say you have your calendar set up, okay? And you have this link. You can also put it in a funnel. So I'm going to copy this link to my clipboard. Then what I'm going to do is I want to know whenever someone clicks that link. Okay, so I talked about this a little bit ago, but you're going to click on email marketing and click on trigger links and add a link. Now, this is my calendar booking, and then I'm going to paste that in there like that. Okay. Now, I can go back into my workflow, guys. That looks like a different Facebook lead form submitted that I did. Can go back into my nurture, and then I can say, you can also, okay, trigger link my calendar booking. And that is going to track when they click the link. And then you can do another workflow with another trigger on, well, let's say that they click the trigger link. Oh, okay. They click this trigger link, then I want to give them a totally different nurture sequence. So you can do a separate workflow, not the same one, okay? Don't do the same one. I'm just showing you what you could do. Separate workflow on that, okay? So it's pretty freaking cool. Guys, I'm running out of breath here. Okay, you can also do emails. It has an email builder, okay? I've got videos on all this stuff. I don't want this to be too long. It's pretty long already, okay? So you can do the email builder. You can do email templates. You can do funnels, websites, memberships, forms, surveys, a chat widget, videos on how to do all this stuff. Possibilities are really, really endless, but I just showed you how to set up high-level, two-way communication, test it, make sure it's working, set up the Facebook lead forms, okay? I have other videos on how to make sure to test that and make sure that that's working. But guys, you can use the links in the description to get your free trial, 14 days for the first 2 plans or 30 days for the $497 plan. And then you get my course, my snapshot on how to set everything up. There's so much more to this, okay? I'll go into depth on everything else that I didn't get to cover today. High level is pretty complex. And then I'm going to send you a snapshot as well, okay? So if you guys haven't signed up, go do that. You guys can work your way through this video, pause it when you need to, and then start over. I also have a course on how to automate your agency using high level for more advanced people that you can get using the description below as well. And that's available for purchase. So don't forget to like and subscribe so you don't miss any future videos from me. Check out all my other videos on how to do the rest, and I'll see you guys soon.